In this video, we'll talk about finding the angle between the two vectors using the scalar product or the dot product. So the two vectors are given, a vector and b vector. And the way the dot product between the two vectors is defined, that we have to multiply 2 times minus 5 vector. And just to recall you, I'll just write down how it is defined, or I'll just show you here. This is how the dot product between the two vectors is defined, a vector and b vector. So if you have the two vectors, then we only multiply the I component with the I component, and j component with the j component, and k component with the k component, because the angle between I vector and I vector is 0. So cosine 0 will be 1. And then we multiply a2 times b2. Remember, I multiply the I term with the I term, j term with the j term, and k term with the k term. So applying that formula, then we'll multiply the 2 times minus 5. 4 times 2, then minus 6 times minus 10. The 2 times minus 5 is minus 10, 4 times 2 is 8, minus 6 times minus 10 is plus 60. If you add them together, then this is 58. So this is a vector, this is a vector, but the dot product of two vectors is just a number or a scalar quantity. Now, in order to find out the angle between them, we'd first need to find out the magnitude of each vector. So the magnitude of a vector is given by a square root. We first take the square root and then square each number here, 2 square plus 4 square and then minus 6 square. Then this will give you the magnitude of a vector. And the magnitude of b vector is defined as minus 5 square plus this number square, 2 square, and then minus 10 square. And just do the math, you'll get 11.36. The scalar product of the two vectors now, by definition, is given by this formula here. A vector dot b vector is given by ab times cosine theta. And cosine theta from this one is a vector dot b vector divided by the magnitude of a divided by the magnitude of b. We already have calculated a vector dot b vector, which is 58. We have calculated the magnitude of a, which is 7.48. We also have calculated the magnitude of b, which is 11.36. And if you solve for theta, then the angle you get is 46.95 degree. So this is the angle between the two vectors. Okay, so if you have to find out the angle between the two vectors, first you take the dot product and divide by the magnitude of each vector. So this is it. Again, if you have any question, any confusion, let me know. Thank you very much.